Have y'all seen those TikTok videos, etc., where a thin girl goes to like a Goodwill and she buys a humongous, hideous outfit that was meant for a plus size person, usually from the 80s, almost always. And then she makes it into something real cute, very sweet. Maybe I'll find some pictures, put them up here. Name and shame, but I don't follow any of those assholes. Anyways, what I'm doing here is the reverse of that. As you can see, I am a portly, stout little lady, and I sew, if I can get that there, working on something right now. But anyways, for the Muppet event at Peoria, Illinois, I wanted to make a Muppet dress. Now, I made a cotton skirt to go to the Chaplin's Muppet Studios in LA, but I never intended for it to just be a skirt because I bought that fabric in 2018 to make a Dapper Day dress. If you know Dapper Day, that's the vintage inspired Disney thing where you can't be in costume, but you can like make something really pretty, either inspired or covered in your favorite characters. It always looks so fun. I've never gotten to go now, like I could afford it at this point, but so I always plan to make that a dress. And you're going, that's cotton fabric, bitch, that's not Goodwill. I know. So I'm gonna see if I can find the pictures of it because I am very bad at taking like as I do it. I'm just like frantically working like a little field mouse while I do all that. I tried to sell. I used to thrift all the time before COVID hit and ruined it. Anything vintage or particularly pretty, even if it didn't fit, I figured I could resell. That was something I always had an interest in. I love vintage clothes and they rarely fit me. Well, for 2 years, I tried to sell these two dresses. One had a sequin bodice and then a jersey bottom. And then the other was really gorgeous, but very, very tiny. 80s dress, full Who's the Boss, all sequined. Very beautiful, but could not fit my leg, I'm sure. And actually, there's a third one, too. When I was a kid, I thrifted a 70s jumpsuit that no longer would fit. And that was $10 at the time. I think all these pieces were less than $10. So I keep scraps around, and after trying to sell those dresses and nobody bought them, I was like, fuck it, we ride. So I want to hear boo-hoo, you ruined it. I tried. You didn't want it. I used it my way. So what I took for this dress was the front piece is the bodice of the original 80s dress, the Who's the Boss one. Originally, it has some more intricate beading at the top, and I was going to keep it, but it felt really claustrophobic, so I said, fuck that. Then, since obviously that whole dress probably couldn't fit me as a shirt, I took the bodice, sequin bodice with the rayon for the back, because it melded pretty nice. Then I bought sequin straps, which I need to put something under because they drove me fucking crazy, and one of them kind of kept showing my bra because it rode too low. So then for the skirt we got the Muppet fabric, but I hated how tight it was. I was poor when I bought it. I think I only bought 2 yards, and usually for a fat girl you need at least 3 yards for a 50s skirt, like a poodle skirt. So it felt tight and I did not like it. So I put my cat Chaplin, he kept going under it and he couldn't get out. I was like, you know what, you're right, Chaplin, the skirt is too thin. So I cut the sides, and then I inserted the pants pieces of that 70s jumpsuit to get this. And you know, I felt like such a hurried little squirrel about it because it feels like I've been running since May. It's like every now and then something humongous comes up and I must get it done. I must. Like I had the protest in DC. I went to the Henson Chaplin Studios and had a week's notice because ADHD to make that skirt and a top. And then I came back and I was very, very tired. And then I went to Peoria and I had about 2-3 weeks to get that together. And now, I'm going to be honest, one part of it I didn't like it. That's what I put the scarf piece there on the back. I think I might cut it. I don't like it longer. but I'm gonna sew it so it just is in the fabric there. And then I've gotten a new toy, my X Tools, and I'm waiting for something so I can vent it in the window. Then I'm going to make some little felt Muppets and have them climbing that. So it's almost done, but it's not quite done. But I'm still very proud of it. I think it came out really gorgeous. And I'll tell you what, based on those straps versus the 80s sequins, girl, no comparison. The straps were shit, and you could tell they were already kind of flaking. The 80s sequins are gorgeous. So, other fat girls, if you can sew, you can do this too. I've actually been known to do this for several pieces, especially t-shirts. I will cut and I will fix it so the shirt was like a small, now it fits. And I've done that for a few years. Ironically, there's 2 projects. One I even bought just to be a project that are not quite done, that were the original dresses. And once I get this Palestine one done, then maybe I can get those done. I got a witch costume I gotta sew before Halloween too. And this is all pressure I put on myself, so. At least I had my assistants, Chaplin and Linder, my little tuxedo boys. When Linder was a baby, he used to eat the patterns. And then he also tried to bat the fabric as it was being sewn. Then I'd banish him from the sewing room and I'd hear him. Now he's pretty uninterested, but Chaplin will come in and see what's up. He keeps an eye on things, so it's really their fashion house, you know.